talking about adding your own twist to it, you know, week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles, someone tried to twist you out of your uniform. I know it was like a little malfunction. I'm not trying to embarrass you, Antonio, but tell us about that. Like, what happened?
I think I got out, I passed them, and all I could feel was like a drill, like somebody pulling me back, and I was trying to work on my explosiveness. And I felt like I was getting away. And in the game, I thought like I was pulling away, but when we watched film, I actually realized he pulled himself in like from my shirt. And I was like, all right, I'm taking my shirt in from now on.
Bill Belichick, yes, he always gets it right on the football field, and I know they pay him a pretty penny, but this look, I just don't know what to say. We just never go out the house with holes in the shirt. He just looks tired. We've got to get him some sleep. Look, New England can play by itself. Bill, just get some rest because we can't have this look go on again.
Jimmy is like, you don't know what he'll wear. It'll be stylish, always stylish, but you never know what he'll wear.
It's like a magic trick, right? You just don't know what.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a magic trick. He'll wear about anything.
Any favorite outfits that you've seen from Jimmy so far on game days?
My favorite one, well, it wasn't even a game day outfit. It was when actually he walked down the runway. That was my favorite kind. That was my favorite. That's something like him. Like he'll wear a big jacket, something like that.
How much input does Jimmy have on just the fashion brand that you all put out? Does he have any influence on the creativity side of that?
Yes, he has a big input. So whenever we come up with the idea, we work on it. We'll send it to him before we even just agree to coming up with it. And he'll be like, no, let's switch this up. Let's do something with this. Or like he'll be big input on that.
How would you describe your fashion sense or style so the fans can get to know you a little bit better?
I feel like I got big drip, probably the best on the team. Easy. Man, I'm dead serious though, you know. But yeah.
I like that. I like the confidence. Best drip on the team. So everybody else is going to have to step up to the plate when they come on the show. But make sure I tell them, Chase, the best drip on the team. And as you say that, is there anything or anyone that has inspired your fashion sense? How are you able to get that best drip, Chase?
I think it just comes from the soul for real. I think, you know, it's either you got it or you don't.
For you, Des, I mean, where does the inspiration come from? You have so many different cleat styles and designs. Like, how do you pull the inspiration for each one to make it unique in its own way?
We have the ability to kind of do it all. And we ask very simple questions, and our clients have a lot of faith. I think that helps a lot with the, when you say that the motivation and the inspiration is, we get it all from the client. The client really leads us, and then we interpret their words visually and give them back a product that we would be proud to wear. And I think that's the biggest part of it, is that anything that we return to a client is something that we would be proud to wear.
I sat down with linebacker Thomas Davis to discuss how he became a Jordan Brand client.
To kick things off, I already know you know what this show is about. You saw Chase Young try to set the record straight, Thomas, that he has the quote-unquote best drip on the team. So describe your fashion sense and tell me why you have the best drip on the team, Thomas.
You know, I'm a little conservative. I think that as a player, if you go out, you dress well, you look good, you feel good, you play good. And that's why I take pride in the way that I dress, making sure that I show up on game day, making sure that I'm the best dressed each and every week.
I feel like there's a competition now in the locker room. I hope I don't get you guys in trouble. But see, each week I see you guys stepping up your fashion game.
It ain't no competition. You know, I'm head and shoulders above the rest.
I absolutely love the confidence. And going off of that, Thomas, I understand you're a Jordan brand client. How did you get involved with that? I mean, what a cool brand to be a part of.
You know, I had a great representative for me when it came time to negotiating the Jordan Brand deal. Coach Rivera stepped up. You know, we was in at a Hornets game, and you know, we kind of in the back at halftime, and I was going to talk to MJ about joining Jordan Brand, and Coach Rivera out of nowhere was like, hey, he wants to be with Jordan Brand. Like, what does he have to do? And, you know, Mike being Mike, he was like, that's easy. Like, who's he with right now? Told him that, you know, my contract had just expired with Nike. He was like, I'll have your contract by Monday. And, you know, the rest is history.
Wow, how cool is that? It happened so quickly and so you get the Hornets game.
It was amazing, you know, being the biggest Jordan fan ever growing up, you know, to being able to actually meet him and now to represent him on the field, man, it's truly an honor.
What's it like, Peyton, if we saw you going out for the night? What would it be like? What would you be wearing? Just a night out on the town.
Depends on where we're going. Where are we going?
All right, let's say we're going, let's do simple first. We're going to Whole Foods. What are you wearing?
Oh man, Whole Foods?
Yeah.
I want some Birkenstocks. with some shorts and a t-shirt.
All right, so now we're going out with your boys. What are we wearing?
We're gonna say we're going to a party instead of the club.
All right, we do parties. We don't do clubs.
To a party, I probably wear some Chelsea boots.
Okay.
You know, your feet tend to get stepped on when you're out. So first Chelsea boots with some nice jeans, maybe a nice little shirt with a jean jacket or something like that. Something to layer it, something to set your shirt off or set it apart.
I love it because you do so many cool things, but yet on Twitter you just describe yourself as the guy who does the art on the shoes. No, you do masterpieces on shoes.
Yeah, I mean, I was an artist first. I mean, just like a lot of people, obviously a sneakerhead and lover of all that stuff. And as the custom game has grown, like when I started, there was no business for it. It was just like I was doing artwork on shoes, and this is before social media really. Like I had a MySpace. You know, that's where I was promoting, and you know, I was still seeing people face to face to get my work out. So as things evolved, I kind of found more of my style reverting back to the artwork as opposed to colorways and things like that. Like as much as I love doing that stuff, I know that there's so many people that do it now. So it's like I'm gonna go back to kind of separating myself from those guys, because anyone can go and get something done in like one or two colors, you know, that knows what they're doing. But you know, to get something that's like a really fine painted piece of artwork, that's your again for me is a commission artwork.
How many pairs do you think you have now?
2. I think the last time I did a check was this off season. I think I had about 187. Yeah, I can't fit every pair now, but I just keep them anyway just because they're shoes that I like.
Wow, 187. I mean, do you even keep track of them? Like, you actually count them all?
Yeah, so it's funny. I still have some shoes at my parents' house, both my mom's and my dad's. And they call me, they're like, are you ever gonna come get these shoes? And I'm like, no. So they counted them up at each house, and then I counted the ones that I have here and back at home at my place. And yeah, it's up there.
You have good parents. I'm glad they're taking good care of your shoes. And Jeremy, you describe yourself as a sneaker guy. So we have to ask you, what's your favorite pair of sneakers?
Ooh, so I'm a big Jordan 1 guy, 100%. That's my favorite shoe ever. The Chicagos, the UNCs. I just got a couple purchases myself. I just purchased the Travis Scotts. But my favorite of all time is the Off-White edition. The all-white ones, the Chicago Off-Whites. Those are all my favorite, the Vapor Max Off-Whites. So yeah, I'm a big Off-White guy. That's my heart right there, shoe-wise.
That cart keep filling up and you're like, oh man, I thought I was only gonna get one thing. Does that happen to you sometimes?
I'm that way with Jordans. I think I told my best friend the other day, like I'm not buying any more shoes. I think I sent him a picture of Jordans yesterday. So it's like, it's tough for me. It's like, I'll fill a cart up and I'll be like, man, I don't need this. And I'll start knocking stuff off, but then I'll keep looking and I'm adding things right back into the cart. So it's tough, but I like to shop. I like clothes, I like shoes. That's definitely something that I like to do in my off time to shop.
Here are some of my favorites from the weekend. All right, Thomas Davis rocking the red. He rocked an all red everything. TD has stepped his game up to a new level this past week as the team headed to Detroit with a well-tailored suit that left everyone, yes, in awe. If I had to give a best dressed award for this past week, Thomas Davis, you definitely won, hands down. Yeah, so we've been seeing the glasses. You've upped your game with the glasses, and we know they're an accessory style for you. First off, how many pairs do you have, Morgan, in that gigantic closet of yours?
Of glasses, probably about 20 or 30 pairs of glasses.
Wow. So you have like one for every outfit, it almost seems like.
Just about.
So how are you picking these glasses, Morgan, when you're in the store? Like, which one calls out to you when you're going shopping?
Well, I think really just when I'm going any type of shopping, I always start with the shoes. Shoes first, always. And then I just match off of that. I go from the shoes and I match off of that. You know, one thing, just being a sneakerhead, really nobody cares about what you got on. They just want to see what you got on your feet.
You said you start with your sneakers, so let's start from the feet first and then work your way up to that outfit.
Actually, right in this closet right here is a pair of shoe surgeons. So these are a custom pair of Jordan 3s. Done by the shoe surgeon, and obviously you can do a lot with it. And so got a nice custom suit done, all black with nude stripes to bring out the nude in the shoes. And then with that, along with the glasses as an accessory piece and the briefcase as well. Gives you that business casual. You know, you can wear sneakers with suits.
And you are from Connecticut, so could you describe from us what's fashion like from that area? I feel like Connecticut isn't a place that we really get to hear about in terms of fashion sense. Like, are you guys stealing it from New York or Jersey, or what's it like in CT?
She said stealing it from New York. So I would say, you know, CT definitely has its own swag, but a lot of things are kind of, you know, borrowed from New York and, you know, some of the other towns that, you know, are close. But I think more so New York is where we be borrowing a lot of our swag, I'll be honest.
I like that. We'll use borrow. They don't steal, they borrow.
Yeah, we borrow. We don't steal.
Words matter. And just, you also played football in Philly, right at Temple. So did your style kind of change when you got to college? Did you borrow some of that Philly swag as well?
I mean, I got to Temple and I changed a little bit. I wasn't wearing Dickies or anything, but, you know, my New Balance game went up a little bit. I was wearing Tim's a little bit more. So, yeah, I think my swag changed a little bit. But it's okay because it helped me for right now. I feel like now I'm a little more swaggy because of Temple.
Let's go back to when you first became a football player in the National Football League. What was that first item of clothing that you bought, or that first sneaker?
Man, I am a regular guy. So when I got drafted, when I got signed to the team and, you know, I had to go shopping, I'm like, you know what? I don't make the same amount of money as everyone else. I can't be dressing like everyone else. So I tried to be, you know, mindful. When I went to H&M and got my swag right, but then, you know, I started shopping elsewhere afterwards. But I went to H&M first.
Hello and welcome back to The Fit. I'm Kelsey Nicole Nelson. And for the 5th consecutive season, NFL players will help to raise awareness for nonprofit organizations and causes that they feel passionate about through the league's My Cause, My Cleats campaign. This year, more than 50 members of the Washington football team participated, creating custom cleats for initiatives that they felt near and dear to their hearts. Here are a few of the players unboxing their cleats for the very first time. Check it out.
Yes, sir. Got the butterfly going on.
Yo, this is phenomenal. Yo, I love these.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. These are fire, man. Yeah, these hard right here, man.
Ooh-wee, hold on. These right here, nice. These hard. I like the colors on them.
Ooh, I like the red and black now. Well, these things on a Monday night make me feel like Flash, man.
First, we're gonna start with the game of this or that. So you're gonna tell me which fashion choice you like the best, okay?
All right.
All right, so first, a pea coat or a puffer coat?
Pea coat.
Why?
I just gotta rock with the pea coat. It's me, so I just gotta rock with it.
That's a good answer. Look, if it's you, no one else can tell you what to do
Yeah,
with it.
it's me.
It's unique for you. All right, a beanie or a bucket hat?
I'm a beanie guy, cause I got dreads, so I like how it fit on my dreads.
We have to protect the hairstyle, right? We gotta make sure we rock with it. All right, Timbs or Uggs?
Ooh. See, I'm gonna go with the Timbs, cause Uggs just don't look right on my feet, so I'm gonna just go with the Timbs.
Wait,
but I like Uggs
right
though.
On your feet?
I got a big foot, so I mean, you gotta manage.
Well, look, we need to put a note into Uggs to make better shoes for people with big feet. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Joggers or jeans?
Joggers. I like to be comfortable. But going out jeans, you know, you gotta step right.
You gotta be stylish and fashionable. I understand that. And on game days, do you like long sleeves or sleeveless under the pads? Which one you going with that's more comfortable for you, Cam?
See, that's a hard question because it's more comfortable with no sleeves. But when I look at myself on film, just to see if I look good, I would rather sleeves. You get it? So
both of them, basically, is what you're saying, right? Look, whatever gets you the most catches, we're happy. We're happy with
facts.
you doing.
Big facts.
Talk about some of the Washington players' cleats that you designed this year for My Cause, My Cleats.
A couple of my favorites, like J.D. McKessick, I messaged him up and I was like, hey man, saw what your cause is. Let's do some like historical portraits, you know, like what do you have in mind of like who stands out to you the most? And he was like, got to do Harriet Tubman, got to do Martin Luther King, got to do Malcolm X, got to do Muhammad Ali, Tupac. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see let's see how many I could fit in on this, you know. And
who did he not name?
yeah, like I was like, oh man, like I had a good idea of what I wanted to put on there already. And then he was like, all right, cool. So I painted up the Muhammad Ali, the Tubman, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King on them. And I was like, oh man, I wish I could add more, but I running out of little room. But like some of the other guys like Sims, I know he likes Mismatch. I've worked with him. The other Sims, I asked him like, what do you want? And he was like, something police brutality. And I was like, oh man, I thought of like the Obey, you know, like the Obey theme where it was kind of like a cream color with like the reds and blacks. Like right away, I was like, oh, that we could hit that really good and do like something like old school type feel to it. So like those are the kind of things that like as soon as they pop up in my head, I got to do it right now or else I'm gonna end up like losing it. So I try to get those ones that I knew right away, fast, out in a hurry, and then the other ones was like, okay, now what am I gonna do?
Let's kick it off. Let's get to know more about your fashion sense and style. Finish my sentence for me, Deron. Deron Payne's sense of fashion is this.
Whatever I like that day.
Whatever you like that day. So you've had a lot of different fashion choices and styles, Deron. So you must have a lot of different moods and feelings because you brought a lot to Washington.
Yeah. I mean, some days I might wake up and just want to be flashy. Some days I might want to just be cool. And sometimes I just go for comfort. Well, most of the time I go for comfort and just might throw some Crocs on. So yeah.
Go back to the Alabama days. There's a lot of you guys on the team, so I'm going to put you to the task, and I know you're ready for it. Who's the best dressed guy out of Alabama on Washington's team?
Me, of course. And then from after me, I'll give it to I'll probably give it to Ryan Anderson.
Okay.
Yeah.
What makes you stand out above the rest?
I don't know. I just know growing up, I wasn't able to always get the clothes that I wear now, but now that I'm able to, it's like, oh, I might as well do it. Like when I get the chance to dress up now, I just try to go hard.
Yeah, so why not, right? I mean,
yeah.
And it's great that you get a chance to do that. And since you talked about growing up, how's your fashion changed since you were young Deron Payne and now Deron Payne in Washington?
It's really the same. Like sneakerhead, I got over probably close to 200 sneakers, Nike, jumpsuits, all that type stuff. So it's really kind of the same. Just the different brands probably it changed that way.
And so we had to do our research and find out who was partially behind some of these cool custom designs. We were successful, and as they say, the rest is history. We finally are excited to bring to you all the shoe surgeon on this very show. Check out the interview. I'm excited. Like, it's not every day we get to welcome in a big celebrity like yourself. So the shoe surgeon, you know, we have to explain that to our viewers. How did you get the name and how did you get started in the business?
I started when I was 15. My cousin let me wear her original 85 Jordan 1s, and I wore those to school and just got, I was able to speak without having to say anything just by wearing a pair of shoes. And then it went from those shoes to getting Jordans early and flexing on the other kids because I got them first. And then all of my friends had the same shoes. So that, you know, kind of became dead, and that's when I picked up an airbrush. I airbrushed an all-white Air Force One mid with camouflage when I was 16. And yeah, the rest is history.
You've helped our guy Morgan Moses get the flex around Washington. That's how we found out about you. He bragged about your custom designs. So can you talk about what it's like working with someone like Morgan Moses?
Originally when I started customizing or painting shoes or making shoes, it was for myself. And then since then, it's become more about, you know, that first time I wore my first custom pair of shoes. Now I'm able to give that experience to other people. And it's a blessing to be able to work with, you know, professional athletes and different artists. And even just, you know, anyone. I'm grateful that I'm able to provide a service that, you know, it helps someone's day.
Yeah, to help someone's day, and, you know, they look good, they feel good, and they've been playing here in Washington. So we'll give you some of that credit, Dominic, because look, Morgan bragged about the work. And talk about what that process is like working with these athletes and the celebrities. How much input are they having with you, Dominic, when they're trying to get these designs on their sneakers?
It's different for each time. Like sometimes the team will come up with an idea and then we release it for sale. And then there's other times where I sit with the client, and sometimes the clients know exactly what they want, and sometimes they just have a brief overview. So each client is different. But I really enjoy the process of collaborating with different artists. Like I remember PJ Tucker, when he came to me, he wanted these specific shoes, and then I was able to like bring his idea to life. And there's something magical about collaboration with people that really want to create something unique.
Just your fashion sense or style, how would you describe it for the fans?
I would describe it as very simple. I'm a guy that wears solid colors, nothing too elaborate. Just want to look nice and clean.
Look, nice and clean is good. It means that you're always in style. Let's talk about your influences for your fashion sense and style. Where does it come from, Logan? Like, is it from your father? Do your kids help influence it? Where are you looking for this from?
Yeah, honestly, you know, obviously TV helps a lot, you know, social media, but my wife's my big influence. She's more deep into it than I am. And, you know, she'll be like, you like this? I'm like, yeah, I like that. And then we'll start piecing things together.
Look, happy wife, happy life. And if she's telling you it, just follow it. So it's good that you're following it. Is she helping you every day? Is it on game days? Like, what's that relationship like when she's helping you with the fashion?
So I have a nice, you know, collection now over the last couple of years. And like, all right, what do you think about this? And she'll be like, no. Or like, all right, what do you think about these two together? And she's like, yeah, I like that. And then we just kind of build off of that. And obviously the shoes are the last thing to come apart. And then I have, you know, enough Jordan 1s to make the transition to whatever the outfit needs.
Yeah, Jordan 1s can go with anything. And look, all of you guys, all the Washington team players, you guys like your Jordans, especially those Jordan 1s. And I'm curious, with the wife, has there ever been anything that you went against her on? Or was it something that she didn't like? You know what? You're like, babe, I'm wearing this. I like it. You know, I'm feeling it. It's going out.
Anytime she tries to get me to wear bright colors, I'm like, nah, that's not me. I just can't do it.